This video will provide information on getting started with your first Procreate canvas and getting to know the user interface. To get started, tap the plus button in the top right. Procreate provides a number of canvases, but if you don't like any of these, you can tap the next plus button to create a custom canvas. Here you can choose the width, the height, and the DPI. Procreate will then tell you the maximum number of layers you can use on this canvas. Next is the color profile. You can choose RGB or CMYK, as well as any of the other selections. If you're a beginner, it's best to leave it on what is already selected. Next are the time-lapse settings. When you're making art in Procreate, it automatically records a time-lapse. Here you can choose the quality of the time-lapse, and if you want to export it at the end, that's totally up to you. Next are the canvas properties. You can change the background color, as well as if it is hidden or not. For me, I just like to use the screen size canvas as it's the easiest. Depending on if you have a left or right hand interface, you'll see this somewhere on your screen. The top slider controls the size of the brush. The button in the middle can be customized to whatever you want. The bottom slider controls the brush's opacity, and the two bottom buttons do undo and redo. In the top right, we have our color wheel. Here you can choose any colors you want to use in your canvas. You can also pull it out and use it as a floating color wheel. Then you can change your colors without having to go back into the color wheel settings. Next to that is the layer panel. Here you can add layers, swap them around, select your active layer, turn layers off, and delete them. Next we have the brush settings. If you choose round brush, it'll look a lot different than if you choose wet acrylic. You can customize these, which will be spoken about in a future video. Next to that we have the smudge tool, which smudges together colors. If you grab more of one color, it'll look different. And finally is the eraser tool. It does exactly what you would think and erases the colors. You can also customize this to look different. On the left hand side we have the transform tool, which can move your artwork and customize it. The selection tool, which can be used to select specific parts of your artwork instead of other bits. The adjustments panel and the actions panel. All of these settings will be spoken about in future videos in more detail.